G'day everyone. So last weekend I was watching Ratatouille with the kids, and all week I just had this itch I needed to scratch. Could I be like Remy and make Ratatouille? Now this movie is fantastic, by the way. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. And where is the sequel, Pixar? Where is it? Cue Cooking Simulator. Wow. So this game has way more modes than I was thinking. I don't even know which one to really pick. This Christmas music has to go away. 1 second. Come on guys, it's March. It's time to ditch Christmas. So end up settling on sandbox mode. I'm hoping this just allows me to make Ratatouille straight up, so let's see. So brand new kitchen, so I'm going to have to find my bearings just a little bit. So I have a quick little squiz around, just having a general look of the layout of the kitchen before I'm going to get into it. Here I come over and I find what I assume is a cookbook, which will have all the recipes in it. Little did I know this thing is either useless or I had no idea what to do with it. Next up, I opt for the laptop, and in here happens to be a lot, and I mean a lot of recipes that you can make. But of course, I've only got eyes for one recipe, and that is ratatouille. At this point I get slightly nervous as I see how many steps there are to this recipe, and I realise I don't have the powers of an animated rat, but let's get on with it anyway. So step 1 is to get some eggplant, slice it up and get ready for the pan. Ooh, nearly lost a finger there. Now certain bits aren't going to fit to the style, so we'll discard the bits that aren't sliced nicely, don't need those. Next up, find myself some olive oil, and we're going to put some of that in the pan. Now, I had a massive issue trying to figure out how to pour this. It took me way too long, and I overfilled it. But that's okay, because when there's a problem, there's a solution. So go to pour some oil out into the sink, and apparently I just threw the pan on the ground. But you know what? Pan is empty and good to go. Let's try again. Next up, we season the eggplant, cook that off in the pan. While that's cooking, we chop up some zucchini, and we add the zucchini to a baking tray, and then we add that same eggplant mixture onto the tray as well, and we bake that off together. But we've still got plenty of work to do until we catch up to Remy's standards. Next up, we add some garlic to the pan. We cut up some yellow capsicum, some red capsicum, and some onion, and add all that to the pan as well. Blitz some tomatoes in the food processor to make the sauce base. And we're going to fry up all those pan ingredients from before. Now we want to add those processed tomatoes into a large pot, nice and carefully so they don't spill any. And we'll give that a rinse, and you know, while we're here, let's try to clean up some of that oil by throwing a sponge in the ground. Good to go. Now we're going to add all our fresh and dry herbs to our tomato based mixture to get this thing pumping with flavour. And this is where the recipe lost me. It said transfer into a casserole. I was picturing a casserole dish. I'm Australian, that's just what I picture. I looked everywhere for it, could not find it, so from this point on I just start winging it. So one thing I knew, I had all my components, so I figured I'd just combine them in this big pot and then cook that together again. So I gently let these all simmer together, and then I find myself a dish to serve. Now I had all intentions of making this look beautiful. After moving one piece of eggplant, I realised it was going to take forever, so I went with the old classic pour method. And a quick shake side to side to get rid of any of those loose bits, and there we have it. Ratatouille. Beautiful.
You're shit. You are so shit you don't even realise what you do.